Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, Guruji.
Ji.
Namaste. I, on behalf of Quieten Yoga Sansthan, welcome you all to the first session of Day 1 of Global Yoga Conference. Today, we are honored to have among us Dr. Komal Chandra Radhakissoon ji from Mauritius. I request Char Guruji and Director of Mokshayatan Yoga Sansthan, Adarniya Acharya Pratishtha ji, to kindly welcome Dr. Radhakissoon ji and say a few words.
Thank you. I, on behalf of entire Bharat Yoga Mokshayatan Yoga Sansthan family, welcome Dr. Komal Chand Radhakissoon ji, who is the President of Association of Ayurvedic Physicians. Dr. Saab, we are really honored to have you among us. I'm really grateful to you for accepting our invitation. Though you have worked in widely in the field of Ayurveda and at this global yoga conference, because Mokshayatan being one of the pioneer organizations in the field of yoga in India, organizes a lot of events every year, and this year we decided to come up with global yoga conference, and I'm sure our millions of followers from different corners of the world are going to get benefited through these wonderful sessions. So I heartily welcome Dr. Radhakeessoon ji.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for your blissful words. Dr. Komal Chandra Radhakissoon ji studied Ayurveda as an ICCR scholar from 1992 to 1998 at Ayurvedic and Tibia College, University of Delhi, India. He holds an MSc in Health Services Management with distinction from University of Technology, Mauritius. In 2019, Dr. Komal Chandra Radhakissoon has been conferred by the Government of Mauritius the Commander of Star and Key of Indian Ocean CSK, the third highest civilian Mauritian national award for the significant contribution in Ayurveda and social works in Mauritius. He has been practicing Ayurveda since 1999 and is presently working as Ayurvedic Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health and Wellness Government of Mauritius. He is also the President of Association of Ayurvedic Physicians. Now, I request Dr. Komal Chandra Radhakissoon ji to kindly deliver his session on Ayurveda and Yoga, Psychotherapy Insight for COVID-19 Immunity Management. Thank you.
Dr. Saab, you need to unmute yourself. Yes.
Well, thank you, Preeti ji. Adarniya Acharya Pratishtha ji, all members of and managing team of Mokshayatan Yoga Sansthan, and Adarniya Swami Bharat Bhushan ji. It is my pleasure today to be among you to deliver and to present a very bit of the concept of psychotherapy as per Ayurveda and yoga. I hope that you'll be have some extended knowledge about this. And I seize this opportunity once again to thank all of you who have allowed me to be present here. As today's presentation is about the psychotherapy and immunity as per Ayurveda and Yoga. Well, as you are aware, these two ancient Indian science, Yoga being a darshan and Ayurveda being the mother of all medical science, are holistic system of treatment, not only treatment, but also a way of living. Well, Ayurveda, as all of you know, composed of two words, Ayu and Ved. Ayu means life, and Ved means knowledge. And the concept of life, as per Ayurveda, is that Sharir Indriya Sattva Atma Sanyoge Dhari Jivitam. That is the physical body, the five senses, your consciousness, and your soul should be in harmony so that life exists. On the other hand, Yoga explained that Yoga Chit Vritti Nirodha, that is a restraint of the oscillation of the mind, is known as Yoga. And Yoga means union. Yogis always say that the mind is a sixth sense and it coordinates all the activity of all of the organs and the senses. Now, the connection between Ayurveda and Yoga. Sri Aurobindo stated that Yoga is that medium which restore harmony which has got out of tune, and a change is required. And the change is a change in your lifestyle. As we have seen that the communion of physical body, five senses, the mind and the soul means when they are in equilibrium and in harmony, these four components maintain our life. That is, we are living. And yoga teaches us how to unite and keep these four components in harmony and stability. The observance of yam and niyam has an effect on our body mind matrix. Regular practice of asana and pranayama control, stabilize in our physical body, internal organs, hormones, and immunity. The five senses get themselves connected to the mind and soul through pratyahar and dhyan, and ultimately our soul gets connected with supreme energy through samadhi. Well, the concept of immunity in Ayurveda is very simple. It is the essence of the seven dhatu, sattva dhatu, sapta dhatu, and it can be correlated as a balanced power or immunity. And there are two types, par and upper, and the quantity of par oj is 8 drops and upper is a handful. That is, it is vyapt, it is found throughout the body, and it gives glow, protect the heart, and promotes intellect, clear mind, and also it keeps us away from negativity. And it is the essence, the immunity that keep us healthy. As you all know, that yoga help us to keep fit, not going to keep fit, but it creates a positive energy in the body mind matrix. This positive energy slowly transmits positive vibration in each cell of the body, and this vibration turn into positive aura, which make us become a person, which make us a person that has a very pleasant personality. And the effect of yoga is that it quietens the mind. You see the mind, because today's world we are facing with stress, and this stress is caused by various factors. And in this materialistic world, the various factors that we have been affected, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic, where we are more subjected and more prone to stress. The effect of yoga will quieten the mind, control the sense and physiological attributes. One become more loving, caring, compassionate, ready to help others. What COVID-19 has taught us so far, that we have to be more humane, more touched to people, and to be connected to human being. And we have yoga helps to eliminate all the negative vibration and attribute that a human being has, just like jealousy, false pride, ego, and the anti-social and inhuman behaviors like suicide, murder, war, corruption, and fraud keeps you away. So the mind is always at peace. When the mind is at peace, your immunity is also in stability. Now, the causes of OH depletion. The causes of OH depletion can be an accident, a trauma, depletion of dhatus, anger, fear, anxiety, worries, grief, excess work, and fasting are all causative agent of decrement of OH. And as you can see, most of these elements are related to mind. Anxiety, fear, anger, worries, grief, they are all connected to the mind. Our human body constitution is made up of three gunas, that is Sat, Raj, and Tam. I will not go in detail. And can I present please the slides? Is it possible? Can I share the slides with you?
Yes, yes, Dr. Sab, you can present.
Okay, so I just see. Okay, I'll share to you with you. Okay, can you view it now? Is it okay? Can
Yes,
you
it's
view it?
visible.
It's visible.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. See, visible is okay. So, as I was telling that the mental agony that the whole humankind is actually undergoing is mostly fear from death. We have this fear from death increases what and increases the effect on our brain, and this effect will definitely affect our whole immune system. Fear, nervousness dissipate energy and aggravates what the, the attributes of possessiveness, greed and attachment enhances kapha. Worry weakens the heart. Hate and anger create toxin in the body, aggravates pit. Excessive talking dissipates and aggravates vata. So all these are connected to our mind, and when these are affected, our immune system is also affected. Now, as you all know, there is yam and niyam. I will not go in detail. Ahimsa, satya, steya, parigraha, detachment, aparigraha and brahmacharya, and you have niyam, sword, santosh, tap, swadhyay, and ishwar pranidhana. These two elements, yam and niyam, is your mental framework. That is how you have to behave socially and what is your internal discipline. Today's the causative factor of this epidemic is a total what we call collapse of the social and the internal discipline. The social discipline has collapsed, where you have a lot of ahimsa, you have what we call a lot of aste, aparigraha, and niyam. Niyam, you see, source. The main focus to correct COVID-19 is to follow cleanliness, whether external and internal neatness, in order to make your environment pure and purification of mind also. So you see, the non-following of yam niyam has made ourselves become prey of a decreased immune system. Then the benefits of Yam Niyam, it harmonizes social interaction, it harmonizes inner feelings, reduce friction of outer action and inner attitude, keep the mind peaceful, stable, clean and clear. Initiation towards self-realization, keep the body and mind healthy and disease-free, is able to associate and work for noble cause and creation of noble society. We all do Arson. When do Arson, whenever we speak of yoga, the first things that came in our mind is Arson. So according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, is Sthira Sukham Asana. There is two words in that very interesting, is Sthir and Sukh. Sthir is denoted to the physical aspect of the body, and Sukham is the anubhuti, is the experience, is the feeling that you get in your mind. So Asan, Yoga Asan give you a sense of pleasure. It is not going to give you stress. You have just seen there was Euro 2021 going on a few days ago during one of the match, I think between Denmark and Finland. One of the soccer player got a medical trauma, and he was doing physical exercise. So how can a someone doing physical exercise suffer from trauma? So exercise give you trauma, whereas yogasana give you sukh. That is a sense of pleasure, a sense of comfort is given by asana. And whenever the physiology of asana are characterized by a state of homeostasis in which less amount of energy is consumed while the tonic rhythm is maintained without any disturbance. Now, the what we call this is the effect of asana. As you can do, is slow and controlled. It's a static stretch and through slow and steady motion to assume particular pose which is maintained for comfortable times and gives greater control of positioning, etc. And it prevents injuries also, and it helps in soft injury tissues also. And the effect of asana are multiple: physical energy channel, endocrine system, regulate the functioning of endocrine system, discard ailment, is disease condition, accelerate recovery, and maintain good health condition. The additional benefits of asana are that it affects the energy channel, the endocrine system, regulates the function of endocrine system, positive accelerating effects on healing system, improves mental and emotional health, and help the heart in growing new blood vessel, improves mobility of joints and various parts of the body. So whenever you do asana, the asana will definitely help to increase your immunity because it acts on the whole body system, and your immune system will be boosted. So these are psychotherapy of yoga, that is the mind and the body are working together. Now, we all do pranayama. Whenever we do yoga, the pranayama, I'm not going to explain in detail about what is pranayama. So all of you who are viewers know about a bit about pranayama, but I'm much concerned with the physiology of pranayama. It is a valuable practice for the proper functioning of the human body, and its system. Regular practice of pranayama influences the respiratory system, the circulatory system, the digestive system, and the endocrine system. If your respiratory system is working perfectly, your circulatory system is perfectly working perfectly, and your digestive system is working perfectly along with the endocrine system, definitely your immune system will go hand in hand and also will work in a very good manner. The deep breathing ensures enriching of blood with more oxygen and thus leading to more efficient working and respiratory system. Improve the capacity of lungs, and also the deep breathing has an impact on the heart, and greater pressure differential in the lungs leads to increase in circulation, thus providing heart little rest. By regular practice of pranayama, the nerves and muscles which control the function of bowels and kidneys are toned up and rendered healthier, efficient, and harmonious working. So this process of pranayama, according to Swami Dayanand, pranayama is a system. Is this process is just like a furnace. It burns all the toxicities in your body. If you practice pranayama, all the toxicities in your body is burned just like in a furnace. You put gold before it becomes gold. All the impurities of gold are removed in a furnace, and then you have the gold. The same way, if you practice pranayama, your body, your mind will become like gold, and you will be radiant with immunity, and a healthy life. Now, this is about pranayama and the autonomic nervous system. And as you see, the autonomic nervous system controls and regulates the heart rate, glandular secretion, respiration, digestion, blood pressure, and also responsible for emotional response. So you see, pranayama not only working on the physical aspect, they also work on the mind, body, mind aspect, and the sympathetic and the parasympathetic system both are very active when you are in stressful condition. And the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for normal and calm condition, whereas the sympathetic nervous system becomes active in stressful condition. So pranayama is strike a balance between the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system, and helps in the reduction of pressure of the heart. The benefits of pranayama are a lot. Yog Chudamani Upanishad state no discipline is higher than pranayama. It is a Raj mark to well-being, freedom, and bliss. And Darshana Upanishad consider pranayama as the path leading to supreme realization, removes all the evil, stillness, and control the mind, discards avidya, and brings wisdom. This is very important because avidya and wisdom are two things related to the mind. If you are ignorant and you don't know how to behave in the society, you don't follow the basic hygienic condition, definitely your immune system will go down, and the gateway of dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Now, these are the benefits of, you can see, pranayama. So I will not go in detail in that. And now I come to a very important part. That is the most important part of psychotherapy as per yoga. This is pratyahar. Pratyahar, in fact, is in itself is termed as yoga, and it is the most important limb of yoga sadhana, as per Swami Sivananda. The term pratyahar is composed of two Sanskrit words, prati ahar, prati and ahar. Ahar means food and or anything we take into ourselves from outside, and prati is a preposition meaning against or away. Pratyahar means literally control of ahar or gaining mastery over external influences. This is the main psychotherapy in yoga, which will going to boost your immunity. It has been compared to the turtle withdrawing into its shell. The turtle shell is the mind, and the turtle limbs are the senses. The term is usually translated as withdrawal from the senses, but much more is implied. Withdrawal of the mind, object, and sensory experiences, minds introverts and experiences deeper nature. Just as healthy body exists, resists toxin and pathogen, a healthy mind resists the negative sensory influence around it. Withdrawal of mind from objects of sensory experience, mind introverts and experiences in deep nature. Some techniques of pratyahar are, for example, you have yog nidra, rotation of consciousness through all parts of the body, sensitive state of mind to bring up and with deep mental impression, Apajapa, internalize awareness of breath with the mantra of sound of breath of Soham. It quickly calm the mind, stop mental dissipation. Tratak. Today's we are using a lot of laptop, we are using a lot of smartphone. So Tratak is very important. Concentrating on an external form, often a flame or a candle, develops one pointed concentration and calms the mind. It has been found that it increases the secretion of melatonin, the body natural tranquilizer from the brain. So Tratak helps to calm the mind, especially when during this pandemic, COVID pandemic, we are excessively, I can say, using smartphone, the tablets and computer and social media, the IT. So our eyes are constantly at stress. And Antarmon works on observing, changing, and stopping thoughts and also tracing them into their source. So this I have already explained. And this is sensory withdrawal. There is Yoni Mudra, also known as Shanmukhi. Is one of the most important pratyahara techniques for closing the senses. It involves using the fingers to block the sensory openings of the head, the eyes, ears, nostril, and the mouth, allowing the attention of energy to move within. And it really works. And Sambhavi Mudra consists of sitting with the eyes open with directing the attention within. And this also helps in calming our mind. And it's a very good psychotherapy, especially those working in office and those who are constantly have to make their brain run under stress. Now, this is Tratak. I want to explain a bit about Tratak. And it's concentrating on an external form, often a flame or a candle, develops one point and concentration and calms the mind. It has been found, I explained, increase of serotonin in the body, natural tranquilizer of the brain. The meditation process to steer a single point, a small object can develop, it helps to stimulate Gyan Chakshu, third eye. It augments mental faculties. So this is very important. I will advise all of you, those who are working on smartphone and laptop, let's say 5 to 6 hours a day. So they should practice Tratak at least for half an hour a day. This will help them to overcome their stress and burden on the eyes. Now, Pratyahara and Ayurveda. As per, according to Acharya Vamdev Shastri, Ayurveda believes that Pratyahara has different benefits from different constitution of doshas. As you know, in Ayurveda, each one of us have a very particular psychosomatic constitution, and Vat, Pitta, Kapha, or any combination of these. Vat types will strongly benefit from this practice. It calms the mind, slows the mental stimulation, and reverses the distributed flow of prana. Pitta types are already generally quiet, good at managing their sensory faculties, but can sometimes overwork themselves in this area. As such, Pratyahara should be used as a tool to rest and relinquish the control over the senses. Kapha types can use Pratyahara to tone the senses and use them to engage and fire up prana. This is where the healthy sensory immunity can ensure that we manage our intake of food, impression, and association in a productive way to boost the typically lethargic constitution. Ayurveda uses pratyahara alongside many other practices to balance our dosh and subsequently reduce the risk of physical and mental diseases. Now, one part of psychotherapy is also dhyan. Yoga, whenever we speak of yoga, we have to complete yoga with dhyan. Without dhyan, yoga is incomplete, and dhyan cannot be separated from yoga. The state of meditation, this is the definition, dhyan, the contemplate an incessant flow of attention on the concentrated object is called dhyan. As per sage Patanjali, we refer to the Vibhuti Pad Sutra 2, that tatra pratyaya ekanta dhyanam. You can see the definition, the explanation of the dhyan is there. And we have, as per Swami Venkata Sananda, he translates the sutra as when the field of observation and the observing intelligence merge as if the own form is abolished and the total intelligence shines at the sole substance of reality. There's pure choice, less awareness without divided identity, and the observer and the observed, that is illumination. Benefits of dhyan meditation is very important as psychotherapy to boost our immune system during this period of COVID-19 pandemic. It calms the mind, erases negative thoughts, fear, stress, and anxiety. These things are still haunting us. Whether we get COVID, whether we have vaccinated, if we are vaccinated, what is the side effect? If the side effect going to cure, whether we have to take a third dose, whether the vaccine is working. So we are constantly subjected through the media from fear, stress, and anxiety. It become make you a charming and magnetic personality, positive outlook, clarity of thought, powerful speech, good behavior, strong healthy body, regenerating tool, and definitely dhyan and pranayam and Arson when combined will make you become very stable in your work and in your focus. There are certain purification technique in yoga that definitely help to maintain our immune system. These are, you can see some of them. I have given the picture here. Some of them are neti, dhoti. You have what we call kapalbhati, tratak. We have explained. So these are series around 12 purification technique as per Hatha Yoga. And these will also help to increase your immunity during the COVID-19 pandemic, especially neti, gel neti, because it cleans our nasal pathways, and the Kabal also help us to increase our immune system and to strengthen the whole respiratory system and the breathing process of a human being. Now, before we go, one thing, happiness and immunity. If you're not happy, there is no immunity. Happiness and immunity goes hand in hand. And we refer to Samadhi Part Sutta 33 about Chit Prasadanam, the process of achieving a blissful, tranquil state of Chit, mind. So this is Maitri, Karuna, all the elements have been mentioned, how we should be to become happy. And happiness, believe it, if you maintain a happy life, if you're contented what you have, definitely your immune system is going to boost. Whether you are rich, whether you are poor, but if you're not happy internally in your mind, you don't have maitri, you don't have karuna, you're not going to experience sukh. You're always going to experience what we call dukh. So yoga teaches how to be happy with our body, senses, mind, and soul. Happiness is sine qua non to health, and healthy person is an ojasvi person, and that is one having a stable physical and mental immunity. So whenever we say that person is ojasvi, that is an oj, it means he has a very high level of immunity, and this high level of immunity is due to his physical and mental, what we call ability, and this help that person to become healthy and to proceed in the world. And you can see that person is at least afflicted in disease. These are certain medicinal plants as Ayurveda that helps to boost your immune system as well as your mental system. So I have mentioned a few. There are a lot. You have amla, you have giloy. So I have mentioned a few that are very good, especially during these COVID-19 pandemic, where we are facing a lot of stress. Brahmi, the use of Brahmi daily is helpful for the others. Shankpushpi for the students and for the children is very, very helpful. Kushman, that is what we call Petha, and it is also very helpful for the students and the people who are weak. And Ashwagandha definitely is very helpful in all the way to boost your immune system along with Giloy and Amla. So taking medicinal plants, observing the yam niyam, performing asan, pranayam, doing pratyahar and dhyan. Definitely, if you have this way of living in your daily life, you are going to be healthy. Along this, Ayurveda has prescribed a very specific guidelines about your daily routine, your nocturnal routine, or seasonal routine. And one thing which yoga and Ayurveda both advocate, which both tell you to do, is to do proper ahar, to have the homemade food, not to use virud ahar, not to consume ahar that is diet which is incompatible. Don't go for fast food. Don't go for food that has been prepared or is being prepared with a sense of greed. This will affect your mind and definitely your psyche, and ultimately the whole system of your body will be disturbed. With that, I thank all of you for having listened to me on this topic of psychotherapy from Ayurveda and Yoga. And I hope that you have been a bit make aware. The awareness has been reached to the audience who are watching us through the social media. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Dr. Komal Chandra Radhakissoon ji, for such a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab, for joining us and for accepting our invitation. And we hope that all these sessions that we are organizing through this Global Yoga Conference, because it's not that only through screen people are watching, we are getting images from so many institutions where people are doing it virtually. Like all of the students are sitting with a huge screen and they are watching and learning it. So, with this vision, and by the blessings of Vandini Gurudev Swami Bharat Bhushan ji, entire Mokshaitan team has come up with this concept of Global Yoga Conference. And I would again like to thank you for such a wonderful session. I'm sure all of our sadhaks and Bharat yogis all over the globe and each and everyone who has joined us today would have got benefited by it. Thank you so much.